Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. निताई गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल। जय श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। Hare Krishna. Welcome to this concluding session on the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So here we are going to see a section which is text 26 to 30. Already you have read it, whether you read mechanically or did you understand anything? Did you understand anything? Can somebody say? What did you understand by the reading? Yesterday you had the reading session.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
So, in these verses, Krishna explained, means Arjuna, like how he is not revealed to the unintelligent persons, means those who are not devotees, and also this is further explained by Prabhupada, like in purport, Prabhupada quoted Kunti Maharani. So how Krishna is covered by the Yog Maya internal potency, so he doesn't reveal to those um, who are not his devotees. So and also Krishna is superior to the Maya, although he is having means he is present as super soul and supreme personality of Godhead, but still he is superior to the his potency of means Maya, and he can knows the past, but ordinary living entities they don't. And also like in the next verse he also explained like only those who have who are eradicated from their sinful reactions, they don't have, and who are pious, they can able to approach Lord Krishna.
Okay, good. And what is the last? Okay, anyway, very good. Very good. You have done a good job. Did everybody understand something? Here, there is a verse in which Krishna is telling that persons who have acted piously in previous life and in this life and whose sinful reactions are completely eradicated, free from dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. So, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj gave an example that, see, in the first starting, the 7th verse, this verse is special because in the beginning of the 7th chapter, there is one verse, the 3rd or 4th verse, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd or 4th, I don't know. Krishna selling Manushyanam Sahasreshu means of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Among such thousand, last 1,000 people, in that one person may understand Krishna in truth. But here also he's telling that it is not easy to understand Krishna. They engage in service of Krishna is not ordinary unless they have acted many lifetimes piously. Then also it is very difficult to attain that position of serving Krishna. So what is the secret given in the purport is the mercy of a pure devotee. Only by the mercy of a pure devotee one will attain the service of Krishna. Even if somebody does many Kitapunya Punja. Kitapunya Punja, this is the word spoken by Narada Muni when he saw the Gopas playing with Krishna. How they are able to very casually and intimately, in an equal level, be able to play with Krishna and give him joy. How it is possible that somebody can be so intimate? So Narada Muni is bewildered, and Kita Punya Punja, he's very exclaiming, what kind of Punya Karma is that possible? That one can attain such a situation, being a Gopa in Vrindavan playing with Krishna. So there's always the question of bewilderment, that how much punya should I do in order to attain? Sukriti, we say, yes. So, but the Sukriti has to be attained by devotional service. That Sukriti can take you to Krishna, but still it may take many lifetimes. But by the mercy of a pure devotee, it is immediately attained. That is the speciality. This 5 verses, the last 5 verses of the 7th chapter conclude how the living entities are put into delusion. They are into confusion. Whereas Krishna is all cognizant. All cognizant means he's conscious of everything. He knows everything. So, Supreme Personality, I know everything that has happened in the past, happening in the present, and yet to come also. Past, present, and future also. Somebody may know the past, somebody may know the present. And Krishna knows all the three. And I also know all the living entities. By me, no one, but me, no one knows. So Krishna knows everybody, but everybody doesn't know Krishna. See how we can see that the material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Very good example is given here. That if you see in the material world, take an example of some great person, some movie star, some cricket star, some prime minister, chief minister, who are very famous. How the word famous mean is everybody knows that person, but that person doesn't know all of you. Do you know the Prime Minister of India? Yeah, we know. General knowledge. Everybody tell who's the President of India? Yeah. You know the President of India. Good. Does he know you personally? What is going on in your life? What you have educated? Did you get a job? Does the leader of your society know? But you all know him. Sometimes you even become fan and say Jai, Jai. So the persons who are ruling in this world, they become so famous that everybody knows them, but they don't know everybody. They know very limited number of people around them, their family members, their official members, those who are dealing with them. The limited people. They don't know all the citizens, but they say that we are the king, we are ruling all the citizens. Do you know every single citizen? No. But if you see Krishna consciousness, you see Krishna is the master, all the living entities are the servants. Now Krishna is telling that I know all the living entities, but they don't know me. It's the other way around. Every living entity, Krishna knows. What is going on with each one of you, each one of us? Krishna knows in and out more than us. But we don't know Krishna. So it's the other way around. When there is a master or a leader in the material world, everybody knows him, but he doesn't know anybody. He doesn't care. He earns some money, he loses some money, and then he maintains only his family members, and he enjoys life like that. Sometimes they may be dedicated, but still they doesn't know everybody. They cannot be all cognizant. But Krishna is telling that I am all cognizant here as a Supreme Person. First, Krishna is explaining about 2 things. One is his all pervasiveness, all cognizant things. He knows everything and he's never bewildered. But at the same time, the living entity is bewildered. The living entity goes under delusion, forgetfulness. All this can happen to a conditioned living entity. So the Supreme Personality of God is saying that how beautiful is this? I know everything that has happened in the past. And all that is happening in the present, and things will happen in the future. I also know all the living entities. This is the best part of it. But no one knows me. Krishna, not possible to understand Krishna in full. Think of a person who knows everybody. Not only knows just by hello, hello acquaintance. Sometimes they have many followers, 1,000 followers in internet. 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 1 lakh, 1 million. We have achieved 1 million in YouTube, say, celebrate. But in that 1 million likes, 1 million subscribers, how many subscribers you personally know? How many percentage? So we should choose our master very carefully. We should choose Krishna as the master. Ekkala Ishvara Krishna Rasabhavritya. Nobody else is actually qualified, except for the Guru, because Guru takes you to Krishna. So this is a very, very beautiful sloka and very special sloka, that Krishna knows all the living entities, but all the living entities doesn't know Krishna. So sin of Bharata, all living entities are born into delusion. So the living entity are bewildered, but Krishna never gets bewildered. So what is this duality? Duality is mentioned. What is this duality? Duality means in this material world has two things: desire, raga, dvesha. Raga means likeliness, dvesha means hatred, or doesn't like or hate it, like that. Because of which two things happen: good, bad. There are everything double. It's not in singular. So likeliness based and unlikeliness based, like I like, unlike, like this. Opposites are there. Duality is when you have opposites, no? You have, but in spiritual world there is no duality. Like here we have, yeah, the best example will be hot and cold seasons, or not like that, like male and female, gender, everything. So like this, there are many dualities in this world. Like I like it, I hate it, like this. It's not that everything I like, not like that. So that is called duality. So we are born into delusion, we are born into confusion in this world. Because of desire and hate, we become more confused, we become bewildered by this duality. But still, a person, in case if you have attained, there are two possibilities to attain the Sukriti. Sukriti means that much piety in order to either take up devotional service, associate with Krishna, or do any kind of service to Krishna. First of all, you won't even know who Krishna is. So there are two possibilities, many lifetimes becoming, acting piously. There may be a very little possibility of knowing Krishna. But when a pure devotee showers mercy, immediately one may know Krishna. So intelligent persons who are enduring for liberation from old age and death can take refuge, means liberation from birth and death. This is birth death cycle, mukti. Mukti, or we can moksha, whatever, liberation generally, getting out of the material existence. Intelligence person who are enduring for liberation from. So there are two kinds of people. There are many people who are enduring for liberation, but only the devotee is the intelligent person who is getting, who is considered intelligent of all. Because everybody wants liberation from old age, death, because they cannot enjoy the material world. They don't want this life to finish, because they want to keep on, try to enjoy, try to enjoy, try to enjoy. Not enjoy, but try to enjoy. But at old age, is also giving a disturbance. They cannot enjoy their senses. So, but intelligent persons, what they do is, anyway, they get refuge in the devotional service. They are actually Brahman, because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. So what is this Brahman realization? Brahman itself, Aham Brahmasmi. Mayavadi say Aham Brahmasmi, which actually they think the Brahman is the Supreme Lord. Aham Brahmasmi means I am also Supreme Lord. No. Brahma, we are also Brahman. Brahman means a spark of Krishna, a part and particle of Krishna. So Jiva is the part and particle of Krishna, part and parcel. Because the Jiva is part and parcel of Krishna, he is Brahman. So Aham Brahmasmi actually means I am spirit soul. I am spiritual person. I am transcendental. Actually. So they are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about the transcendental activities. Because devotees know everything about transcendental activities. So those who are full conscious of me, who knows me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods. So what and all Krishna is, we should be fully conscious of what and all. A list is given by Krishna here. Those who are fully conscious of me, first they should know Krishna as the Supreme Lord. And we should also know Krishna to be the governing principle of material manifestation and governing principle of the demigods and governing principle and of all the methods of sacrifice. And he is the person. And thus they can understand, know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So when somebody becomes knowing very clearly that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, point number one, and Krishna is conscious of me, only I am not conscious of him. Krishna is conscious, he's watching you, 24 hours surveillance camera, you are under Krishna's surveillance, but he doesn't manipulate, he lets you free. But does he know? Yes, he knows. Every living entity is supreme conscious. So those in full conscious of me knows me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of material manifestation of the demigods and of all the methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So during the time of death, remembering Krishna is the primary objective of this entire project of Krishna consciousness. So here there is a shortcut is given, very, very simple. We just need to know very clearly that Krishna is fully cognizant of, he is very, very, he's not bewildered, and he's conscious of all living entities, everything like this. So, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, and he is the governing principle. So, these things, if somebody knows, then they don't have any more birth because they are going to attain Krishna or know Krishna. So here I would like you to do, we are anyway completing the 7th chapter. Be ready for the chapter exam, but the chapter exam will not be as easy. So if it is it will be quite tough, and it may be taken as the module marks if all of you score decently well. So there may not be a module test, okay? If you are scoring well. Let us go here. All the verses, each of the verse I want to give a little detailed explanation, but right now I don't have time. Friday and Saturday, Sunday, classes, and Monday it will drag on. I want to finish 7th chapter today. I want to give a presentation on this thing. So in the daytime, whenever I find time, I'll put it in YouTube and share the link, or in the class I'll take on Monday. Anyway, you prepare the 7th chapter. Now I'm going to give you a small exercise, very beautiful exercise, how a non-devotee will become a Krishna conscious person. So those who are in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining that. So I'm going to divide you into some breakout rooms. Okay, 3 breakout rooms. Abhiramangal Prabhu, Jagannath Prabhu, and Sumedha in one room. Akarshak Prabhu, Jayalakshmi, and Om Govindarai in another room. Ayamandal, Disha Agarwal, and Navneet in another room. So what is your task? You have to go to the 7.26 to 7.30. You need to find out. You have to find out how in 7th chapter Krishna explains how one can become fully Krishna conscious person. So basically in this purport only Prabhupada is telling 7.30. So from 7.30, I'll put it in the chat box. From 7.30, fine, I'll put it in the chat box. Now I'm opening the room. All of you go and join. Okay. Look at the chat box for the question. What? Haribol, Abhiram Mangal, you have come before everybody. Actually, there was one more question I want to give you. The list down what are all the Prabhupada is summarizing the seventh chapter. So I want you to list down that also. So shall I open the room again? Open all rooms. Wait. Oh. Hare Krishna. Actually, there is one more question which you need to do. That is, Prabhupada is summarizing the seventh chapter and he is giving a list. What are all covered in the seventh chapter? That summary. Generally, I used to give you. Now, how nicely Prabhupada is giving on the last verse, the 30th verse purport. He is giving the list of things. Okay, list of things which are covered in the 30th chapter. So I'm going to open up the breakout room again. So you're going to go and answer that next question also. Okay, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So Jagannath Jiva Palak Prabhu is there inside the room. So you tell him what whoever is missing, please inform them. There is another question in the chat box.
Hare Krishna Maji, the questions aren't
I'm going
seen
to
in
put
the
now.
chat box. Okay. And the previous one also, which verses did you want us to refer?
Only 30th. No, it's there in the
Only
question.
30th. Okay,
The
no
7.30
point.
problem, Maji. We refer to the 30th.
7.30.
I was a bit confused about that. Okay.
All 7.30, the last verse. Okay.
Yes.
Srila Prabhupada is summarizing the list of topics covered in the seventh chapter. So, pick up. This is a very important question because I want you to understand what are all the topics, and I want you to, I'm going to give you an exercise now that you need to find out where and extract this list and find out the references from the chapter 7 for each of this topic. I put the question, now I'm opening up the room. This is a bigger question. All of you do this and you have to bring it on Monday. This one is realized. Where is the breakout here?
Maybe I was in room 3, I don't know.
Where is the question? Okay, but what is happening in chapter 7, verse 30? Extract this list. I'm just typing. It has gone. I don't know why. Extract this list and
Are we done?
Radhe, Radhe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Not Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.
No.
Hare, no.
I was with someone and they were telling, they showed that Jagadanavan Radhe Vrindavan song. Then I said Radhe Radhe. Okay. Jai Jagannath. You're all listed. You're all. I want you to answer only the question number 1, and the second question is only the list. But extracting the verses, you won't have time now. So you find out in the weekend, and if required on Monday, only one day we will spare for this chapter. Okay. Tell me what you've got. Group 1, room 1. What did you find out?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So in this 30th verse, Krishna explains like how to Arjuna the devotees means uh, he can know fully, means a devotee can know Krishna in full consciousness. So, and this uh, process of Krishna conscious, this beginning is done by the association of devotees, or in other words, the person who are performing this Krishna conscious uh, activities, who are performing. So that that is the beginning, and this association is spiritual, and it puts like it. This association brings one directly in touch with the Supreme Lord Krishna, and when a person begins the association of devotees of Lord, uh, then he also starts acting in the Krishna conscious, and by grace of Lord, he begins to understand Krishna, the position of Krishna, Supreme Lord, like how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The living entity begin to understand his own constitutional position. So uh, he is cured from his state of forgetfulness when he associates with the devotees of Lord, and gradually his determination becomes uh, fixed. So he becomes Drida. That that is the beginning of Bhakti Yoga, the transcendental loving service to Lord. In that stage, he takes pleasure in performing pure devotional service, glorifying Krishna, chanting, like engaging in devotional services, hearing and glorifying about Krishna. That,
Very good. Team 2.
Akash Prabhu, would you like to present? Om Govindrai Prabhu.
I told you that TXT format is not open.
Okay.
yes, Mataji, I can.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. So question was that uh, how can a non-devotee become a devotee? So actually very clearly Prabhupada has written in this purport that first is the beginning. The beginning is the association with that person who who is fully conscious of Krishna. And so is Krishna conscious. Then by his association, he directly will be put into the touch with Supreme Lord, and by his grace, only by his grace only, he will able to understand who is Krishna, and Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then at the same time, what will happen? He also able to understand his constitutional position as living entity. Then he understands
how a living entity forget and he entangled in this material world, and then he has question on how we can get out of this one, this material entanglement on this thing, and how we can revive Krishna consciousness. Then he, by gradual development of Krishna consciousness in good association with pure devotee, then he uh, move forward, and then we can means understand his position, and also start doing devotional service. Then he means come to his actual position, and after that we can say that his human form of life becomes successful by becoming Krishna conscious, which is only means um, some form of our this human form of utilization, and then um, then he can utilize to attend the validation.
Good. That is a very nice sequence. Can you tell some example how there was a non-devotee, but meeting a devotee, they became immediately devotees? Any one example? Anybody can say?
It was on the spot. My mind comes and that thing comes that Krishna saying to Arjuna, Krishna is Supreme Lord. Now hear me, hear from me, the Supreme Authority, and Krishna now Arjuna surrendered. So maybe this can relate, I guess.
Arjuna was already a devotee.
Yes, but I was just.
Like Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj had
also got association.
yes.
Yes, Jagai Madai, Jagai Madai.
Jagai Madai Mrihari. You can, all the devotees, all.
And
The
all
best
of us.
example, how about Narada Muni?
Yeah,
How,
he also gets.
how did all of you become Prabhupada? All of us.
Yes.
The entire ISKCON society is there only because of association with Prabhupada. The entire society is there. And Prabhupada, how he became devotee? He was a non-devotee. What is the first step? Can anybody recall how Prabhupada became devotee?
Yeah, by he gets his friend take him to that Ulta Tanga, and by the association of Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, by his special master.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his friend compelled him to come, have Swamiji when Swamiji has come. Prabhupada didn't want to go and see any Swamiji because everybody is bogus. But he said, no, he's different, you come. Very forcefully, he took Mullik. Then he went and then finished. That's all. Prabhupada said that after I met him, I was not able to forget him. I was regularly thinking, any time in my life, if I take Diksha, there will be some Guru, that will be that person only. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Like anybody you take. See, you may start chanting with somebody, but your faith become deepened by the association of pure devotee. Because somewhere we may see some reel or short, somebody may start chanting, but they may not systematically do it in a regulated methodology. So it's not of much use or much power. But when once faith becomes strong, he takes Diksha, all these things are commitments, and this kind of devotion can emerge only from a pure devotee. Only. Otherwise, it will be just wither away in the wind. It will appear and disappear. Anything which just appears and disappears is actually material. Because material is only temporary, spiritual is permanent. So, of course, when you chant, even without initiation, it has so much power to liberate you. But when you take initiation and follow the principles of Krishna consciousness under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, that is totally another level. And the entire Bhagavatam shows that every single devotee in Narada Muni will meet, and there is Prachetas, then Shiva will meet. They will come across some pure devotee, and then only, like Raghugana, Maharaja Raghugana, he met Bharata Maharaj. Bharata Maharaj, how he became devotee? His father, Rishabhadev. He was a pure devotee and also his supreme personality of God is Shakti Avesha. So in this way, when they meet a pure devotee, then like Dhuru Maharaj, he doesn't know. He knows I need to search for God. But how to search for God can be taught only by the pure devotee spiritual master. Like Parikshit Maharaj, many people gave many ideas. You can do that, you can do this in 7 days, you can do that, you can do this. Parikshit Maharaj was not satisfied. But later when Sukadeva Goswami came, then everything was clear. You have to hear and chant about Krishna. Mainly hear about Krishna itself is enough for perfection. And he started speaking and Parikshit asked many questions. Then Sukadeva Goswami answered the questions about the various incarnations of Krishna and then Krishna himself, about various philosophies, the energies of Krishna, everything was asked. The creation, everything was asked by Parikshit Maharaj. In this way, we can always see the devotion doesn't come from Krishna because Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Devotion comes from devotee. Devotee is abundant. Somehow I said Radhe Radhe now. But actually Radharani is the one who is the treasure house of devotional service. And many pure devotees are there. Many. So all of them are the reservoir of providing devotional service to us. Yeah, very good. Third theme, number 3. Room 3, anybody there? So
Hare
yeah,
Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
jaldi karo.
Uh, um, by understanding Krishna to be the Supreme Lord, one can become fully Krishna consciousness. But he understands this, and this understanding comes or starts with association of Krishna conscious person, uh, uh, where he puts the somebody new in touch with the Supreme Lord, and this understanding uh, gives an opportunity for them to regain Krishna consciousness that he's forgotten. And this, by regaining this Krishna consciousness, he gets into a mode of uh, don't care about other processes, but simply engage in the service of Krishna. And this, in this situation, he takes pleasure in hearing and glorifying the Supreme Lord in pure devotional service, and he fully gets convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and by this all his objectives are fulfilled, and that's where the full understanding comes, and he's in full Krishna consciousness.
Excellent, crisp and clear. And we can see that the same thing happened to all of us, no? We had Prabhupada. Prabhupada, either through books or through his institution or through somebody telling us about Prabhupada, somehow or other we became a fan of Srila Prabhupada. Anybody who hears Prabhupada will become a fan. Anybody who reads Srila Prabhupada will become his fan. And then you see the end result is we love Krishna and anywhere we want Krishna. Some people everywhere in their house they stick Krishna, and in the road whenever they see somewhere Krishna, when you became new devotee, wherever you see Krishna in the road you become very happy. Like this, he makes us so much attached to Krishna. Such power is there in such pure devotees. The genuine attachment with properly following the regulative principles, sticking back, and affectionately performing service to Krishna, everything can be initiated or begun by a pure devotee. Thank you very much. Okay, you've done a good job. The second part of the question is not so much elaborate, only 4 or 5 topics are there. Try to find out. One topic you already know, I think 1 or 2 you will already know, but rest of it, little effort you will easily find out. Okay, try to find out like a puzzle and get back on Monday. We'll wind up here and be ready for some exam on the 7th chapter coming up. But anyway, we'll continue with the 8th chapter, but in between 7th chapter exam will come. If I keep it very tough, then I will consider that as the module exam. But if I didn't find time, then it was going to continue with the easy exam. In that case, you have to take the module exam. What do you prefer? You want chapter wise or module wise? 6 chapters preparing together, don't you think it's a big challenge?
Yes, of course it is a challenge.
You like challenges, I understand.
No.
do chapter wise,
No?
Mataji. At least we go a little more in depth and we read it instead of kind of skimming through. We also have notes, but chapter wise we actually read the chapters.
But it will be heavy, is that all right? Like you gave the 6th chapter exam like that, it will be really heavy. You have to properly sloka 1 to sloka end, you have to properly understand and study. Okay?
Yeah, we'll do Mataji.
All of you are ready for this challenge?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to learn to read, Mataji.
Forcing you to hear from Prabhupada from the purport. Twist and turns. All twist and turns from the purport only. We are playing in the purport and translation and the combination of slokas. I'll tell you the method to read. So there will be some meaning in the combination of the slokas. So you need to know 3 or 4 aspects. Okay. Aspect number 1 is when you go from first sloka to last sloka, only the slokas, you will see the flow of Krishna. And in that, there will be sections. You can see certain topic he will discuss 5-6 slokas, and again 7-8 slokas, and again 3 slokas. Like this, there will be a sectioning. I have given you a material. I have shared you a material with you. So kindly make use of the material to understand how the sections are divided. This is one thing you can do. The second thing, so it's not very good to read only the translations, but just to know the flow of conversation between Arjuna and Krishna alone, we read that. That is one homework or homework you need to do. That is the first thing. Second thing which you need to do is, if you take in the section what are all the questions, what it is answered, how it is taking, that you can understand. And within that section, every verse, purport and verse have certain content which is so wonderful, profound subject is revealed in each of the purports. So you have to understand the purport, no other shortcut. Somebody taking shortcut, they'll easily fail 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, how many ever attempted. No shortcuts. So you have to go through every purport. And the third one is, yeah, you can pick up the analogies, and sometimes you can see some points which are like right now, you listed down how somebody became a devotee. Navaneet, just 5 or 6, only in one paragraph Prabhupada finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First you'll approach the pure devotee like that, but just like that 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can identify that. So when you finish Bhakti Shastri, you will have teachers training course. In teachers training course, there is teachers training course 1, teachers training course 2, and then Bhakti Shastri teachers training course. So in the Bhakti Shastri teachers training course, as a teacher, you will learn how to look into the purports, how to understand things, and presentable, how it can be converted into a presentable thing. All these things will be, you will understand. So that are all things, if you know like that, and the twist and turns, you should understand some philosophy comes deep philosophy, rather than simply skipping it by reading it. You need to absorb, observe in it fully. So that is this, what do you say that? Scrutinizingly study, that you need to do within each of the purport. Complicated, it may look complicated, but 2-3 times you read, you will understand, oh, this is what Prabhupada is. That's all. Simple, okay? Okay, anyway, 7th chapter, a little bit we'll touch, because I need to cover the purports. Today I didn't have time to cover the purports because I wanted you to do this exercise. So purport covering I'll do maybe coming week, and then we'll start the 8th chapter. But maybe next weekend or something, be ready. I will not tell when, but anyway, be ready with the 7th chapter. Before we complete 8th chapter, you will have in between no exam of 7th chapter. Maybe 1 or 2 days I'll in between give off to prepare along with the weekend or something, 1 day or 2 days. I also have some important, on 2-3 days, I may not be able to come. Maybe there'll be some exercise for each chapter, or it will be the exam preparation time for you. Okay, anyone, 2 days or 3 days, nothing much. Prepare nicely and take it. Okay, Hari Bol, good night. We'll chant Vanchakalpataru to offer obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees. जय श्री प्रभुपाद and Guru Maharaj also. Vancha
Vanchakalpatarabhyascha
kalpatarubhyascha
कृपासिन्धुभ्यो
विजय
भगवानां नमो नमः।
नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय,
जय
प्रभुपाद की जय,
जय।
जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि
बोल।
हरि